So hello future achievers, in the last session we have completed the significant figure. So today we are going to start error analysis. Before that we will see what is how to do the rounding of a number and how to do the addition and subtraction with respect to the significant figure, and then we will move to the error analysis, and after that we will cover vernier caliper, then after that we cover screw gauge, and then our whole chapter will be completed. Okay, so let's start. Okay. So our next topic is going to be rounding of numbers. How to do the rounding of a number. Okay. So if it comes about the rounding of a number, then you have to follow some rules, and we will not focus so much on this because this is not going to be asked. Okay. For example, the first case is we will understand from the example. It is 3.72. Okay. Suppose this is 3.72, and I have to do the round off by two significant figures. Okay, means my result should have two significant figures. So what you have to do, this is my 3, this will be one significant figure. Now you have to check for the second digit. Okay, two significant figure means 3 and 7, these two you have to check. If my next number is less than 5, okay, if my next number is less than 5, if my previous number, if the next number is less than 5, then I have to write as it is. Okay, I have to write as it is. So if my 2 is less than 5, so I can write it as directly as 3.7. Simple. Second example, suppose it is 3.78. Now I have to again round up to two significant figure. So I will write 3. For the next term, I have seen 8. This 8 is less than 5 or greater than 5. It is greater than 5. So I will increase this by 1. So it will become 3.8. That is a round off of this. So it will become 3.8. Here. Now the next case. Suppose the number become 5 itself. 3.52. Suppose this is the case now, and you have to do this rounding off at two significant figure only. Then what you have to do? You write these two number. First number 3. Now the second is 7, and you have to go for another number. You compare it. It is equal to 5 now. Now you cannot apply this rule as well as this rule. Then what you will do? Then you will check the next position. You will check the next position. This next position, if this next position is non-zero, if this next position is non-zero, then you have to increase this number by 1. If this next position is non-zero, you have to increase this number by 1. So this will become 3.8. So what you have to do here, if the next position is non-zero, increase it by 1. You have to increase it by 1. That is a step you have to do. Clear? Now the next thing. Suppose it is 4.653. Okay. So what you will do? Again you have to do the rounding off to two significant figure. What you will do? You will simply write 4. See, next number is non-zero, so it will become 4.7. Simple. Now the next rule. Suppose what will happen? Figure only. Now the next term is 0. Now how will you compare? So you have to see odd and even. So what is the rules are there? First you have to see if it is less than 5, okay, I'll leave as it is. If it is greater than 5, then you have to increase. If suppose equal to 5, then you have to check whether it is 0 or non-zero. If it is non-zero, then you have to increase. If it is 0, then you have to check odd even. If the previous term of 5 is even, then you have to write as it is. The value will be 4.6. And if it is odd, here it is odd, so you have to write 4.8. Clear? So this is the thing you have to do for doing the round off. So when you are doing the round off, you have to follow these things. Okay, this is the simple steps are there. No one is going to ask you in the exam, but just we are learning each and everything, so you should remember these things, what you have to do. So this is about the rounding of a number, how to do the round of a number. Basically very simple steps are there, you can easily do the rounding of any number. Okay, now next is the rule for addition and subtraction. Okay, rule of addition and okay. Now what is the rule of addition and subtraction? Let's see. The rule is very simple. Okay, for example, let's take example. Suppose you have 0.002 and you have 0.1256. First step, what you have to do, you have to simply add. Okay, what is the first step? You have to simply add. Okay, step add simply. Okay, just add simply. So suppose if you add, what you will get? Normal addition, it will be 6, this will be 7, now this is 2, this will be 1 and this will be 0. So 0.1276, this will be my value. Now what is the result? Is answer is this only? No, the answer is not correct. How to write the answer? How to write the answer? Step 2. Now you have to write the answer on the basis which has lowest decimal places. Means, see, this has a, if you can see properly, this has a lowest decimal place, this has a lowest decimal place. So my answer will be what? Will be 0 point, there are 3 decimal places are there, so there will be three values will be there, 1, 2, and how to do the round off? See, next element is greater than 5, so it will be 0.128, that will be my answer. So my answer will be 0.128. Clear? This is going to be my answer. Any doubt? Okay, so this is going to be the answer. Clear? So that is how we do the rounding off, like rules for addition and subtraction. Similarly, we have a rules for multiplication and division. Now what is the rules? What is the rule? Let's see what the rule says. For example, suppose I multiply 1.21 with 0.2, or I multiply with 1.1. Let make it simple. So what is the normal multiplication? If you do, then how much you will get if you multiply normally 1.21 with see, I can use calculator, you can't use calculator. Okay, so we have to multiply 1.21 with this will be 1.331. Okay, so this value will be 1.331. So suppose you are getting this answer, this is my answer for this multiplication. Then how to write the answer? Like this is the not a way to write answer, na? So how we have to write the answer? So step 1 is same, you have to simply do the multiplication, normal multiply or divide whatever is given, normal multiply and divide as given. Then you have to normally multiply and divide, and then you have to apply this, second step, apply step 2. What is the step 2? What is that is step 2? The step 2 is very simple. What you have to do? You have to basically take the, like, we have to see which has the write the answer. Write the answer on basis which has lowest significant figure. Lowest significant. My answer. So for here, what will be my answer? You tell me. So you can see which has the lowest significant figure. This term has the lowest significant figure. How many significant figure it has? It has 2 significant figures. So if it has 2 significant figures, we can directly write our answer in the term of 2 significant figures. So my answer will be 1.3, and the next term is less than 5, so it will be 1.3. This is my answer. So my answer will be this. Clear? So that is going to be my answer. Okay, so this is how you have to do the normal multiplication and division and addition in a term of significant figures, and this is the other rules you have to follow. No one is going to ask, but as we are covering everything, so we will cover everything, we will not leave anything. Okay, now from here we are going to start one of the favorite topic of the competitive exams, where they used to focus, and that is the error analysis. Okay, so let us start. sorry, sometimes I write wrong spelling, so don't. Okay, we are learning physics, not English. So, oh, error spelling. It's error analysis. Okay, so what is the error analysis? What do you mean by error analysis? Let us see in detail each and everything. See, suppose before going to start, let's see one example, then you will understand better. Okay, now suppose like I given you a one rod, okay, and I ask you to measure its length. Okay, I ask you to measure its length. You bring a one scale, centimeter scale, normal meter scale, and you measure the length. Suppose according to you the length came is 2.4 centimeter. Okay, you come and told me, sir, the length is 2.4 centimeter. Okay, I said okay, no issue. I given to your one of the friend. Okay, she went and she measured the length of that rod and she calculated the length as 2.12 centimeter. Okay, this is the length calculated by your friend, and this is the length calculated by you. Okay, now suppose I given to the third person. Third person is my friend. Okay, my friend. Third person is my friend, suppose, and she or he, whatever he is or she is, she calculated the length as 2.125416 centimeter. Okay, so you tell me which length is more appropriate according to your basis, which length is more accurate, more correct, more precise. Obviously this length, because it has a more number of significant figure, that I told in the last class also. More the number of significant figure you have, your result is more accurate. So here we have a more number of significant figure, that means our result is more accurate here. That means this is more accurate result. So is it possible, can we measure the exact true length of that rod? Is it possible? Answer is no, we cannot find the true length of the rod, because it depend upon the instrument. Okay, what type of instrument we are using, it completely depend upon that instrument. If we are using, it completely going to be depend upon that instrument, what type of instrument we are using. Okay, so there is a one thing is there, ki when the error is arrived, suppose it has some particular fixed length. Okay, it has some particular fixed length, but we are not able to measure that length. Yes or no? We are never able to measure that exact length. What is the exact length of this rod? Suppose this is that rod. I cannot measure the exact length of this rod. It depends upon the instrument. If the instrument, it depends upon what type of instrument I am using. Suppose one person has measured the length as 2.4 centimeter. Okay, by meter scale. Some person has used some other instrument and measured 2.41 centimeter by vernier scale. So it depends upon the instrument. Now how much significant figure you are getting is completely depend upon the instrument. It's not depend upon the what person is doing. Okay, so that is why define as that we can never measure the true length or exact length of the material or anything. Then or any we cannot do the exact measurement. That is not possible. Then the question is arises, sir, how we then get the true value, and what is then error of? Then how we calculate the error? If we are not able to measure the exact value, correct value, true value, then error is basically the difference of what? Error is normally what? Difference of a exact value and the calculated value. Okay, or you can say true value or calculated value. That is the error only. But if we are not able to calculate the true value, then how will you calculate the error? So true value is nothing. Suppose I did the measurement. Suppose I measure the length of I given 10 student a task to measure the length of this rod. Okay, to measure the length of this rod, and some different students have measured the different 4.2, then 4.1, then 4.05, some measure 4.12, 4.62, like that, so on, so on, so on. And what I did, I just taken these values like this, and I did the average of with 10 students. Then what the value I will get, that is my true value. That is defined as my true value. So in physics, how we define the true value? See, that's why when you go in your higher, when you do some engineering or you medical, anything you will do, when you do the experiment, you will not take the reading one time. Okay, one time you have taken the reading, done. No, you will take the reading multiple times, and then after that you will do this thing only. And when you go in the college, and if you want to show, suppose you are showing your lab record and you are writing the answer like my length of, suppose you have done some measurement, you have calculated some value of x, and the value of x is suppose 2.5 centimeter, and you written like this, they will throw your record. You should write in the proper manner, in proper manner, 2.3 plus 0.02 centimeter, that is the plus minus, that is the correct way of writing. Okay, so you have to basically that's why error analysis is very important. You have to understand what is the proper way, how to do the error analysis, because this is not only important for the exam point of view, that is important for your daily life also, like how to do the exact calculation. Okay, so basically we will understand here like what is the error analysis and how to measure the thing, how to calculate the different types of errors. Okay. So let us just start with this. So first heading you have to write is what is true value. Okay. So there is no theories there. Just you have to remember everything. Suppose someone is there who measure the value as x1, x2, x3, x4, some xn. Some values are measured. These are the values which are measured. Okay. Then what you have to do, first you have to calculate true value. So how to calculate true value? True value will be simply equal to what? X1 plus x2 plus x3 plus xn divided by n. This is my true value. Then what will my error? This is called as a absolute error. Absolute error. What is absolute error? See, absolute error is simply defined as this is my true value. My absolute error is delta x1 is equal to, see, error means what are the true value minus calculated value. So delta x1 will be x minus x1. Similarly, delta x2 will be, that is x minus x2. Similarly, delta x3 will be x minus x3, like that, and so on, so on. Okay. So you will get delta xn is equal to how much? X minus xn. Clear? This is my absolute error. अब see, this can be positive or negative. Both can be possible. Because error can be positive also or negative also. Both can be possible. So first you understand what is true value. Second is absolute error. Now the third thing. Third thing, we define something called as now the third thing is defined as relative error. Okay, before that we have something called mean absolute error is also there. Mean absolute error. What is mean absolute error? Okay, what is mean absolute error? Whatever the value of delta x you got, just take the mod of this. You have to add. Okay, so take the mod of this, divided by n. That is going to be the mean absolute error. Okay, just take the mod of this and divide by n. This is going to be the mean absolute error. Okay, that is going to be a mean absolute error, and this we denoted as delta x bar. Clear? Any doubt? Now the second is relative error. Relative error is basically whatever this error you have calculated, delta x bar divided by true value, that is x, this is called as a relative error. Okay, and what is percentage error? Percentage error, that is defined as you have to just multiply this with 100. That is going to my percentage error. So you have to remember this all formulas. See, nothing is to remember, just you have to make yourself clear what are the steps we are doing. Okay, there is a direct one JEE advanced question come on this steps only. So that's why NEET question, NEET also one NEET question is directly come on these formulas only. So you have to remember what is the steps we are doing. First, what we are doing? First, we are calculating what is my true value, what is my absolute error. What is first is how to calculate absolute true value. Then after that, how to calculate absolute error. Then after that, how to calculate the mean absolute error. And after that, how to calculate the relative error. And from there, you have to calculate the percentage error. Clear? So let us take one example. Then it will be more clear. Okay. So one example we will do. Okay. It's simple example. So let's take one example. Okay, suppose I measure the length, suppose the length of the rod is measured as 4.2 centimeter, 4.5 centimeter, and 4.4 centimeter. Then after that 4.3 centimeter and 4.6 centimeter. Okay, so you have to calculate everything, relative error, whatever is there. I told you, you have to calculate everything. Okay, first you have to calculate true value and you have to calculate. So how you will do? Okay, let's see how we will do this question. It's very simple. First, what you have to calculate? You have to calculate true value, that is x. And what is x? X will be sum of all 4.2 plus 4.5 plus 4.4 plus 4.3 and plus 4.6 divided by how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 values. Okay, so how much this value will come? It is almost x will be 4.4 centimeter. Clear? So that is my true value. Now the next thing is that absolute error. Absolute error. What will be my absolute error? The absolute error will be delta x1, that is equal to this minus this, so it will be 0.2 centimeter. Then delta x2, how much? This minus this will be minus 0.1 centimeter. Then delta x3, this is equal to 0 centimeter. Then delta x4, this is equal to how much? 0.1 centimeter. And delta x5 equal to, that is 0.2 centimeter. So that is my absolute error. Then what you have to calculate after that absolute error, that is mean absolute error. So what is my mean absolute error? My mean absolute error will be that will be delta x bar, which is equal to, you have to take the mod of this values. Okay, you have to take the mod of this value, so it will be 0.2, then mod, then 0.1, then mod, then 0, then mod, then minus 0.1, then mod, then minus 0.2, then mod. Complete divided by how many values are there? So there are 5 values. So you will get finally 0.2 plus 0.1 plus 0 minus 0.1 become plus 0.1, that is 0.2 divided by 5. So this is how much? 4, 5, 6, 0.6 divided by 5. So this will be how much? 1, 2. So this will become 0.12. Okay, and it is up to one significant figure. So you have to make it to one significant, that is really this will be 0.1. Okay. So this is how we calculated the mean absolute error. We got the mean absolute error. Now after that what we have to calculate? After that it is a relative error. So what is relative error? Okay, relative error will be delta x bar divided by x. So this will be almost how much? That is 0.1 divided by 4.4. How much you will get? This is centimeter. Okay, so this will become 1 by 44. 1 by 44 means how much? Let me use calculator. So this will be almost let it write be 1 by 44 only. Okay, then we have a percentage error. So what is my percentage error then? 1 by 44 into 100, so 100 by 44, and that will be what? 50 by 22. So it is 25 by 2. Then after that we will write 2.2%, something like that. Okay, so this is how we calculate everything. And suppose someone asks you ki, okay, write the answer, means write the answer. How will you write the answer? My result answer will be like this. If you suppose you are taking the reading, so I will write my true value 4.4 plus percentage error 2 plus minus 2.2%. That is my answer. Okay, this is how you have to represent your answer. Okay, clear? Any doubt? No. Okay. Now the next thing is, means minimum and maximum error I can do is this only. Minimum when minus sign will be there, maximum. Okay, so that is a minimum to maximum error I can do. Beyond that you will not do any error. Okay, so that is how you have to do all the calculation regarding the suppose some value will be given. Okay, so let's see one more example. Or is that okay only? We will do more example in the practice session. So this is the rule we have to follow, how to calculate. Now the next thing is that propagation of error, how the error is going to propagate. Okay, how the error is going to propagate. Next thing. Okay, next thing is that is propagation of error. Okay, so how the error is going to propagate? First we have a addition. and subtraction. Okay, first is addition and subtraction. Okay, so in case of addition and subtraction, what you have to do? You have to do simple thing. Suppose some x is equal to a plus b. Okay, so how the error will going to propagate in delta in x, that is delta x is equal to delta a plus delta b. So it will be added, whatever the error in a means, from here what I understand, from here I understand that the error in x is the sum of error in a and b. That is the thing you should understand from this expression. Clear? From this expression you should understand this thing. Okay, if we are adding two quantities and it has a some error, then there will be error in this also. Clear? Next thing is for subtraction. Suppose I am talking for subtraction, x is equal to a minus b, then my delta x will be equal to delta a plus delta b. Yeah, remember, error is always getting added, it will be never subtract. Okay, I think it is not visible. Now it is visible. Okay, now it is visible. So it is visible or not? Yeah, it is visible. Okay, so this is the thing you have to remember, that the error is always going to be, the error is in a and b is always going to be subtract, because here is the subtraction. That doesn't mean that you also subtract the error. You have to basically add the error. Always the error is always getting added. The error never subtract. Okay, remember this thing, the error is never going to be subtract, the error is always going to increase. Arey yaar, simple si baat hai. If you are adding two quantities, that means error is going to increase, and if you are subtracting two quantities, then also the error is going to increase. Why? Because you are doing some measurement only, na. So error is going to increase only, it will not going to decrease. Okay, so remember, okay, the error in x is the sum of in a and b. In this also the error in x will be the sum of a and b. So you have to remember these two things. Okay, so for let's take one example, then it will be clear. For example, okay, hello. Let us I think I can use a scale. Okay, it is easy to use this thing. No, I want to draw something, but let me try to draw, or let this is this. I'm sure it not look like a resistor. Let us assume it is a resistor R1 and this is resistor R2. Okay, this value is 500 ohms and this value is 300 ohms. Okay, and the delta R1, sorry, suppose my delta R1 is given as 0.02 ohms and my delta R2 will be given as 0.04 ohms. Okay, now you have to find my R net. How will you do this? How will you find the R net? If you have understand this thing, then you can easily solve how to find the R net. It's very simple. Okay, it is a series combination. So what is my R net will be there because it is a series combination. This much thing you learn in class 10th also. R net will be R1 plus R2. So to my true value I can calculate from here, that is 300 ohms. Sorry, this look like it. Okay, so this is 300 plus 500. How much it will become? It will become 800 ohms. Now I have to apply here delta R net is equal to delta R1, sorry, delta R2. So what is delta R1 is given, that is 0.02 plus what is delta R2, 0.04. So this will become 0.06 ohms. Clear? So that is how we calculate delta, like how we do the calculation in addition. Similarly you can do for the subtraction, but just there will be subtraction will be there, this thing will be remain same. Clear? Okay. Now next example, that is how it going to propagate in addition and subtraction. See, we have seen how it is going to propagate in addition and subtraction. Now let us see how it is going to propagate in multiplication and division. How error propagate in propagate in multiplication and division. Okay, how it is going to propagate in multiplication and division. Okay, so how it is going to propagate in multiplication and division, let us see. Suppose something is given like this, x is equal to some AB into C square. Then you have to remember simple thing, it is a very favorite topic of any competitive exam. Mostly for NEET it is very favorite. Okay, my delta x is equal to delta x by x. Simply you have to write delta x by x into, and remember error are always added, delta a by a plus delta b by b and what is the power here? 2. So you will bring 2 that side, just delta c by c. That is how it is going to propagate. So my error in delta x will be equal to how much? That is delta a by a plus delta b by b plus delta c by c, sorry 2 is there, into x. Clear? That is how you have to write in multiplication. Remember this. Similarly for division, suppose my x is equal to some b by c square into x to the power some n general. So sorry, x to the power n, not because x is there also, some y to the power n. Then how you will propagate error here? Delta x by x is equal to, first thing, delta b by b. For denominator you will write plus only, not minus sign. Remember, because it is a error, it will always add. Okay, plus this is n delta y by y. That is how it is going to propagate. You have to be very familiar. It's very easy. You have to remember. You have to make this mind. Always remember only one thing: error is always added. So suppose I give you some expression like this: some y is equal to some c to the power n x to the power m into z to the power k l to the power alpha and m to the power beta. Sorry, not m, power some z. Then how will you write? Simply you will write like this. Just what you have to remember, always added. That is n into delta c by c, then m into delta x by x, plus this will become k times of delta z by z, then plus this will become z times of delta l by l. Oh, sorry, this should not be z because there is a one more power is there. Okay, let's take some other value, p, and this will become p. So that is how you will write this. Okay, so you have to be very comfortable. And now let's see one more thing here. Let's see one thing here. Sir, what is the thing we are going to see? Just be patient, I will tell. What is the thing we will see here? Suppose I take, for simplicity I am taking, okay, because I want to tell you something. Suppose x is equal to a, b, c. Okay, so I can write it as delta x by x is equal to delta a by a plus delta b by b plus delta c by c. Correct? Now just multiply both the side by 100. You will get delta x by x into delta a by a into 100 plus delta b by b into 100 plus some delta c by c into 100. Oh, sorry. Now just tell me, what does this mean? This is percentage error in x, yes or no? This is percentage error in a, this is percentage error in b, and this is percentage error in C. Correct or not? So you can see, like, percentage error in x is equal to sum of percentage error a plus b plus c, and that is a very important, because most of the question, more than 90% of the question are coming by this concept only, this simple concept. 90% of the question, You have to remember this concept. So here I can also write percentage error in x will be equal to percentage error in a. This is a relative error. This thing is what? This is a relative error. Are delta x by x is a relative error, na? Here I told where it is. See, delta x by x is relative. That I put bar here. You can, if you want, that is a way of representation. I put the bar, but that is the same thing there. It was written. So delta x by x is a relative error. So that is what written here. Delta x by x. So it is a relative error. And if you want to convert into percentage error, what you have to simply do? You have to simply multiply by 100, na? You have to simply multiply it by 100. So what from here, what the result we have got? We got a direct result, that is the percentage error is always equal to this percentage error in A, percentage B, percentage in C. Whatever the equation will be given, according to that you will find the relation and you will do the question. Now let us see some questions, okay? Then you will better understand. Some previous year questions. It is a previous year question, it is given. Let us see. Suppose percentage error in percentage error in R is 2%. You have to find percentage error in volume of sphere. Okay, so please, you have a 3-second time. Just tell me 1, 2, 3. What is the solution? Because it's very easy. Volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, correct? So if you apply delta V by V will be equal to, this whole thing is a constant. Constant doesn't matter, okay? So what will it will become? It will become 3 times of delta R by R. So from here you just multiply both the side by 100. So this will become, sorry, this will become 100 is equal to 3 times of delta R by R into 100. So from here this will become percentage volume is equal to 3 times of percentage in R. So that will become 3 into, this value is 2 here, so we will get 6% answer. Okay. So till now we have covered what is the error analysis and how the error propagate in the addition and subtraction. Now in the next coming class we will discuss some more examples and then we proceed toward the screw gauge and the vernier caliper. Okay, thank you, best of luck.